Welcome back to Hot Water Wrestling. I have kind of a different system for recording videos, so forgive the delay. But anyways, I just wanted to come on today. Of course, today is 9/11. Wanted to give remembrance and a shout out to all the victims who died in the World Trade Center attack, tragedy. And of course, we know Jerry the King Lawler passed out at ringside yesterday. Last night at Monday Night Raw. He was rushed to the hospital. He received medical attention in Montreal, and his condition, I guess, has been reported that it's stable, that he's actually responding. So it looks like he's going to make it through this. He's going to have some heart surgery. We don't know how serious it is or not serious. We don't know a timeline for when he'll be back. Of course, being a wrestling fan, all of us wrestling fans, our prayers go out to the King, Jerry Lawler, one of a kind, a true legend, one of the originals. And on to what I wanted to talk about today was CM Punk. I said in my SummerSlam review that I was planning on making a video about CM Punk. So here it is. First off, when I first came here on YouTube, a lot of people were complaining about the very short title reigns in WWE. Complaining no one holds the belt's losing legitimacy. Well, here, CM Punk, almost a year, he's got 270 or 290 days, I don't know, something. He's had the belt for a very long time. We finally got what we wanted, and I couldn't be happier about it. I think it has raised the prestige level of the title, and there's not as much, it's not as necessary for WWE to drop the strap as much as they used to. And I'll tell you why. Back before the Monday Night Wars in the 80s and early to mid 90s, they didn't drop the title that often. If you'll notice, all the champions, starting with, let's just say, Bruno Sammartino, all these guys had pretty long title reigns, except for, of course, the Iron Sheik. Going to Bruno Sammartino and Superstar Billy Graham, Bob Backlund, those were the three guys who held it, the three main guys. There might have been a few other guys who had won it in that time, but those were the three champions all through pretty much the late 60s all the way to the early 80s, when, of course, the Iron Sheik beat Bob Backlund, and then about a month or so later, Hulk Hogan came, and the birth of Hulkamania, of course, as we know it. Originally, there's a big rumor about originally how Sergeant Slaughter was supposed to actually be the Hulk Hogan, but and that's why they dropped the strap to the Iron Sheik, is they were going to have Sergeant Slaughter and the Iron Sheik go out and have a great feud. Vince McMahon Sr. passed away. Vince McMahon, of course, Jr. Vince took over the company, and he really liked what he saw in Hulk Hogan and kind of moved Hogan into that role. Slaughter kind of got screwed. No one talks about that. It's not a verified rumor, but I'm pretty sure it's true. But neither here nor there. That's not what we're here to talk about. But the reason why they don't have long title reigns anymore in wrestling is because during Monday Night War is when this really started to happen. Now, it happened pre-Monday Night War. They were doing a little, shorter reigns because they had more TV time. The world was just at a faster pace. But short of the story, during Monday Night War, that was something they did for ratings. They had the title change hands on TV. As you notice, the WWE Championship or the World Championship doesn't really change hands on television that much. It's more reserved for the pay-per-views. But during the Monday Night War, they were using this to get viewership. People didn't know what was going to happen. You didn't know if you were going to see a new WWE champion on every Monday Night Raw. There's all sorts of wild stuff happening. The Monday Night War is basically what created that energy, created the Attitude Era, prompted these companies to do the most outrageous things that they could think of. Well, nowadays, WWE, of course, has no competition. TNA is hardly competition for them, so they don't have the need to really, get into a ratings war with anybody or switch the title all the time, because they pretty much rule the show, rule the roost. Now, of course, they want to boost ratings to Monday Night Raw always, but there's not really a need for it, and I hope that this is something that's a ongoing trend in WWE. I hope the title reigns of people are longer, like the CM Punk one. It does bring prestige to the title. It also creates anticipation, and it gets to the point where Punk's had the belt for so long that we're wondering when he's going to lose it, and it makes us tune in more. It's a factor. Even if you don't think about it, it is in the back of your mind. Now it's just like, let's just wait and see how long this guy holds this belt. Ric Flair held the belt in NWA back in the day for just an annoying amount of time, and they never let anyone get over on him. And it became so frustrating and so crazy. And I used to watch him like, when is this guy ever going to lose the title? And I liked Flair and everything, but I just wanted to know when he was going to lose it. And I kind of feel that way with CM Punk. The thing about CM Punk is that the guy is not all hype, okay? He is one of the best wrestlers in the world today. He's great on the mic. He's amazing in the ring. He's got an awesome look. I'm not too happy about the brand new shaved head, but probably get used to it. But CM Punk is a very gifted athlete and someone who doesn't come along too often. You know what I mean? So it's just really awesome that a guy who really is that good and so believable, because it's true. He's got this belt. He's become an amazing WWE champion. Whether you love him or hate him, it doesn't matter. He's definitely getting your goat. I know it. Or else you're not really watching wrestling, or you don't care about wrestling. Just wanted to come on and say, the minute I saw CM Punk, I knew he could have. Sorry, I'm trying to talk too fast. From the moment I saw CM Punk wrestle, I knew he did have something special. I knew that he could, advance in the ranks. But I never really thought that WWE would give the guy a chance. I never thought that he would really get his due. When he won that first world title off the Money in the Bank, I think, he grabbed it from Edge. Gary grabbed the world title from Edge. I was like, well, this is his day in the sun. At least he got a world title. He deserves it. I never thought that it would go this far and he would be on top for so long and really just be one of the heads of the company. I mean, I think it's pretty much safe to say that he has surpassed Randy Orton. It's him and John Cena, and Orton would be below him. He has passed Randy Orton. I think that's evident. Randy Orton has shot himself in the foot, but Punk certainly has passed him. So, hopefully it lends to a new breed of superstar, him and Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler. One thing you might not notice watching Raw is that, those three guys, and there's more guys like that, but those three guys, they're like real wrestlers. They wrestle. They put on good ring shows. You're always going to have the John Cena type or the Batista type, just a big muscle guy with only a few moves. But you don't want those guys to just dominate every match and dominate the title picture. It's great to have, great ring technicians like Daniel Bryan or CM Punk out there wrestling and putting on amazing matches. And it's funny because, a guy like John Cena, he proved in his feud with CM Punk, at Money in the Bank and at SummerSlam, house shows, when those two were going at it during that period of time, they did put on some great matches. Even if you don't like John Cena, you can't sit here with a straight face and say that, those matches sucked. Those were amazing matches. So Cena is capable of that kind of thing to a degree. But CM Punk, he thrives on it. He thrives on it, and it's just a great kind of wrestling we all want to see. So, or at least I want to see, and most of you want to see, based on your comments. I've been on here for 2 years, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get Night of Champions. Not because I don't want to, but I don't think I'm going to be around. But we'll see what happens. You never know. But can't wait to get geared up here for the Survivor Series and Royal Rumble and get back into what I like to call the wrestling season, when wrestling gets really interested right around Survivor Series time. It always starts to ramp up there. You get that Survivor Series to like Extreme Rules or Backlash. Little period there, which is always, in my opinion, the best out there. I hope you all are doing well. Hopefully I'll be on with some DVD reviews. One of the problems is why I don't do a lot of DVD reviews, and I've said this before, is that I'm doing, videos in a different location than where my DVDs are, which is kind of a problem. So I would have to like remember to bring one with me to review, you know, and I'm not always thinking about that. A lot of times I'm not making videos premeditated. I don't get up in the morning. Sometimes I do, obviously, when it's a pay-per-view review or something. Sometimes I do. But usually it's just I get in the mood to make one, and I come on here and I watch some videos, you know, and I just decide to make a video, so I don't have these videos with me. So, you know, I wish I could do some of the requests. I know I've had requests for like NWO Back in Black, and I definitely want to review that. There's a bunch I woulda, coulda, shoulda reviewed, but eventually I will start doing reviews again. Somehow it'll work out, and I'll just get back in the mode, you know. I'll kind of feel like it. I'll probably go on a tirade for a little while. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time on Hot Water Wrestling.